The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
His head was past the fucking sign for the fast food restaurant he was going to. So he had to like bend his head just to be able to get to the fucking counter.
Oh God, my neck hurts just thinking about that.
Well, I mean, there's no telling how he did it, but
Yeah,
I
even
know
if
it's
it was
cardboard,
just paper.
but still.
yeah,
if it
even
was
paper or cardboard.
But hey, everybody.
Ah, shit.
Welcome back to Miss Kren's Valley.
Sponsored by Doug Dibadone.
Yep. When we last left
What
off,
are you talking about?
the group is
American cartoons, don't worry about it.
Fairly Odd Parents, if you ever heard of that one. Weird American one. Anyway, the group's in Argynvost. A group of villagers from Valaki showed up, and they were like, hey, we heard that you were going to go kill the vampire, so we wanted to join you. And after they got invited inside, Saxton couldn't help but be very questionable about their true intentions, and was able to deduce that they weren't breathing at all. And it turned out that all these villagers weren't villagers at all, but instead vampire spawn under Strahd's command.
Dun dun dun.
A bit of battle has started. Willow pulled out the amulet that she's attuned to, the amulet of Ravenkind, and she froze most of them in place. And I believe that's where we left off. So I think we'll start at the top of the initiative. And I should totally give you guys the initiative. Or actually, you know what? Do we want to re-roll or do we want to keep the initiative?
I rolled at 18, so I would like to.
I think everybody but Lluis rolled pretty high. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as is then. So up first are the vampires. So
okay, I suddenly have second guesses about that initiative order.
They got a 23 because of course they did.
No, I meant for us to re-roll. I didn't make that clear enough. I apologize. I'll shut up now.
No, you're fine. You guys are in the main entry, the main foyer of the mansion, or at least what's left of this mansion. And 5 of them are stuck in the doorway. Technically, they're supposed to do this at the end of their turn, but I'm going to roll this now just to see if they get past the paralyzingness of the amulet. So each one of them has to make a wisdom save. Pass with 16. I know the DC is 15 for the amulet. Mm-hmm. A 14 fails. 22 passes. 19 passes. Oh, that was botched. And 21 passes. So all of them but 1 pass. But they still don't get to do anything on their turn. That still leaves 2 of them that aren't paralyzed. And I think they're going to run towards Willow. Because she clearly has something very powerful that affects them really badly. So they will run up to Willow and they attempt to claw and bite at you.
Doesn't Saxton have Sentinel?
Yes. Saxton, you can attack one of them as a reaction. They would be running past you.
30-20.
That hits.
Where's my attacks? 9 damage.
Okay. And that one stops right next to you then. But the other one gets past you. And jumps at Willow. First claws. A natural 20. We will see what that... Actually, no, I should roll that now.
Remind me again, can burning an inspiration point cause you to reroll?
No, that's only for you and your allies. You can use your inspiration.
Gotcha. That's the Quackatrons for yours. Okay.
Yes. They got a 10, so it's not going to be too bad. Willow, they push you back 15 feet,
Okay.
which I guess they'll go with you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
you'll take...
The whole vampires thing, it says vampires and vampires spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol when it flares. So does that they still are paralyzed, right?
5 of the 7 were, yes. And
Okay.
all of those but one, only one of them will still be paralyzed at the end of this turn, because I just rolled their saves.
Okay.
Because they can reroll at the end of their turn. But you take 16 slashing damage from the claws. And actually, no, instead of taking damage, it's going to grapple you. Which is why it moved with you. That makes more sense. And then it will attempt to bite you.
So I don't take the 16?
You do not.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay. You are still grappled, though, so your movement's 0.
Okay.
After them, it is Saxton's turn.
All right, how's this fellow looking? I just stopped square in front of me.
Not that good. This is the one guy that you attacked a whole bunch of last session.
All right, well, time to get punching.
Oh. Forgot something.
Oh,
He did start to heal up a little bit. But he's still not looking so good.
so that's a 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11 damage.
All right. Slash him into jugular. Black blood starts spilling out. Still standing, though.
21.
That hits.
12 damage.
All right. And with that, you go over and you just put your hand through the wound you already did with your claws, because you're in hybrid form, if I recall. And
Yes.
I'll just say you decapitate. Just lift your hand up, and that one's done.
All right, I'm going to move towards Willow,
All right.
and I'm going to try to use Fury Blow. Is going to use that to counter grapple the vampire off of her.
It wouldn't be a counter grapple, but you could grapple the vampire. It would pretty much be all of you have movement speeds of 0. So it's them grappling her, and then you grappling them. It would be a Congo line of grapples.
Yeah. Hey,
Ferocious group hug.
struggle snuggles.
I hate you.
All right, then I will move and use Fury Blows, but
Okay.
I will attack instead of grapple.
Okay.
Let's see, 16, 8, 24.
24 hits.
That's 9 damage.
Okie dokie. I had listed for ally hit points skull, and I'm like, wait, who the hell is that? And I'm like, oh yeah, that was the silver dragon skull. Do you get one more attack? Or
I do. I was waiting for you to do your thing. I need a strength save.
okay. I got an 11.
He is down on the ground prone.
Okay.
And my final attack, it would be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
And
Wait, if they're
that's-
prone, you have advantage.
Okay, let me. It's still higher, but not a nat. and they
Okay.
take 8 damage. And I need a dex saving throw.
At disadvantage because it's prone. All right. Went from a 24 to 22. Rolled pretty good.
Okay, but he's still prone.
hmm
And that's it.
All right, Willow, it is your turn. You are currently prone on the ground with the vampire that's holding onto you that's prone.
Neat. Is I'm still grappled?
Yes.
Or
It has not let go. You will pay
How
for that with your
far?
life, it says next to you.
Shut up. I
No, you.
How far away are the other vampires from me?
A movement away, 30 feet.
So 30 feet?
Mhm.
How interesting.
One of them still appears to be frozen in place, but the rest of them have started moving again.
Okay. It would take my action to break the grapple, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, from in the 30 feet, I would like to hold out my holy symbol of Ravenkind
Mm-hmm.
and expend 5 charges to make it shed sunlight in the 30 feet.
Ah!
And
They all, you know,
yeah.
as
And it's up for 30, not 30, it's up for 10 minutes.
30 hours, you know.
30 hours.
It's a United States
whatever.
4th of July, you know.
No, that lasts like
Go to sleep already.
that lasts an entire week. Are you kidding? At least down here.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
know
just
how
saying
it
the
is.
the grand finale is 30 hours, where there's nonstop
yeah,
fireworks
absolutely.
for 30 hours.
Okay. That is my action. And I will
Is that a bonus action?
Yeah, as a bonus action. I cast Spirit Shroud as a bonus action.
Do you have any fancy descriptors of what that looks like for you, or?
I do. I think the damage is going to be radiant damage when I can hit things with it.
Okay, let me look up that spell again. It's a Humblewood spell, if I recall. Yes.
I do not know. It was
Oh, you wouldn't know in D&D Beyond because I just
Yeah.
added them on Homebrew. I'm pretty sure Spirit Shroud is, but it might be Tasha's. It is a Tasha spell. My bad.
So my kind of fluff for this is I just like I'm struggling and I'm like that's what's a British accent? Okay. I can't do accents without setting my mind to it. I say I kind of need help, and then like I feel like from my soul or from like the walls around me or something, just a little Corvum with a little hat comes out, and it's Tim Tam, and he's like gonna be my Spirit Shroud, and He's gonna protect me. So, any creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of me has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Nyhm and Saxton, you immediately recognize the spirit. It looks just like Tim Tam, except much more gaunt and haunting. It seems to be like a skeleton, and then you can see the more transparent, ethereal rest of the form of the outfit and hat over top of it.
Can I get a rage bonus?
You're not a barbarian.
You're not a
so
barbarian.
no.
I'm a werewolf.
You only eat that.
Barbarian Bunk is a great combo, though. But anyway.
Is that a bonk or a... Never mind.
No, that was me putting my dice down.
No, I meant barbarian monk. It was a bonk, or I wanted to say mammarian, but then that just didn't want to come out right.
That's a monk-barian or a bonk. I would rather go with bonk.
Exactly.
Anyway, Willow. So you used your action for the sunlight, and then you spirit shrouded.
Yes.
And you can't really move, so that's your turn?
Nope. Yep.
All right. Up next is Nyhm, who is currently hiding. Very well, if I recall.
Up in the rafters.
Mhm.
However, I have decided I want to pull an anime move.
Okay.
I want to jump down into the middle of them.
Right.
Should only be about, 15 feet to the ground?
Mhm.
Maybe 20?
You notice all of them except one recoil at the blinding light, and the one that doesn't is the one that's paralyzed, the poor thing.
Well, they're all going to need a constitution save because I cast Thunderwave. I snap my fingers and a boom goes off.
Con saves.
Yes, please. It's probably not their worst stat considering they're vampires, but I wanted to be anime, so I anime.
What's the DC?
14, please.
Okay. They need that.
Sad question.
Would love to give you disadvantage.
I was going to ask if vampires are in sunlight, do they get a disadvantage?
They do not.
Damn.
They get something much worse. It doesn't happen till their turn. Okay, so they rolled really good, only one failed.
Eh. Well, they only take half as much, but it's still 2d8 thunder.
And ironically enough, the one that passed was paralyzed.
Yikes. Anyways, 12 thunder damage, please.
Okay, so
And any that take that damage, hang on, successful on a failed save. So the ones that fail get pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
And that sucks.
What is the range of your sunlight?
Said 30 feet, I believe.
It is within a 30-foot.
All right.
Radius.
Yeah.
So you hit them, and all of them but the paralyzed one go flying back out of the sunlight range.
Even though I was in the middle of them, shouldn't they hit the wall and still be there?
Okay, I'll say you positioned yourself so they actually get pushed towards it.
Even better. And so the only one that's passed was paralyzed. So then I have no need to worry about disengage. I will use the rest of my movement to hop back up into the rafters and bonus action hide.
Okay, roll stealth.
I like this rogue. Good Lord. 31.
All right. That is when jumping down from the up above, glides down Sir Godfrey, who's definitely here at this time. It's just more of him trying to travel to where you guys were at. It's the reason why he wasn't there in the first round. And
Dear God Almighty, it's the Undertaker.
he glides down. I don't remember if the glide takes an action or not. I think it's just part of his movement.
I believe it's just part of the movement, yeah.
Raptor. Glide. Use your feathered arms to slow your fall. Gliding. Okay. You can glide while carrying heavy weapons and wearing a shield. Oh, no, you cannot glide while carrying heavy weapons or wielding a shield. Luckily, he's not wearing heavy armor, so that works. You know what? I think he's going to use his talons. Because he's gliding down. So he's going to talon one of the random ones. He hasn't even drawn his sword yet. 17 will hit. So he does a little bit of Reiki. Does 8 slashing damage. And he lands and he draws his greatsword, and that's the end of his turn. No vampires are allowed in my house. Cazador.
I just want to sleep.
Just sleep, please. Just sleep.
So I will shoot at. I assume whichever vampire is closer to Willow right now.
Okay, there's that
That's
one
not
that's still
prone.
grappled on her.
It's not prone.
It is prone, but so is she.
That
I thought
makes
she
it-
stood up.
She did not, because she's grappled, her movement 0.
Oh, okay.
And she cast sunlight and then the shroud.
Hmm.
Much better use for her action, in my opinion. Was the sunlight.
I will shoot at the next closer one then.
Okay. For funsies, I'll say it's the paralyzed one. You have advantage.
Okay. Okay, sharpshoot, everything goes in. Okay, I will roll twice.
It's technically not the closer one because the Thunder Wave pushed them closer to you, but that one's clearly the better target out of the mass.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so 20 to hit,
20 hits.
dirty 20. Okay, then it's this. Oh, 17 fire damage.
Oh boy, okay.
Second attack.
Oh, wait, is that... Yeah, you're not within melee, never mind. I keep thinking it's going to be a crit, but it's not a crit unless you're in melee.
It's a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Ooh. I got lucky there. That's an 18 fire damage. I'm rolling pretty low.
Still doing a lot. That vampire is on fire and it can't put itself out. Well, it's on fire for 2 reasons, but yeah.
And I will move back a little bit.
All right. That's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. At the beginning of the vampire's turns, all of them have been burning in this daylight. So all of them take 20 radiant damage. Is it like, it burns, it burns? What foul holiness is this? And they all disengage and retreat. The ones closest to the door are out the door. The poor paralyzed one can't do anything until the end of its turn. It can possibly get out of the paralyzation. But that one that was grappling you is definitely no longer grappling you and has got up and it's trying to flee towards one of the windows. It's been half of its movement to do that. So you can attack it. Is it attack of opportunity?
Opportunity attack.
Well, I was saying that more for Willow. So it was
Can we
right next
both
to you.
do it since we're right there?
Yeah,
I mean, we
but
both have
Willow's
Sentinel.
will be a disadvantage because you're prone.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Please. Okay.
Keep in mind your spirits are up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and their movement's halved again because of Tim Tam. You see Tim Tam like try to hold on to him, but he's like a
Yeah.
ghost.
Oh. Yeah, that is with disadvantage. That is a 25.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay.
How about
This is a
Saxton?
dude.
18 to hit.
Okay, yeah, both you hit.
Okay. Can can I use Divine Smite on a opportunity attack?
When you hit with an attack, you can use Divine Smite.
Okay. Then I will do it with one. That's a first level, so it's not that much.
It's still
But
two.
it's-
It's still 2d10 instead of 1d10. Is it d10s or is it d8s?
D8.
Eight.
And it's actually 3 because I have
Yeah.
improved Divine Smite, and then I have one
Oh,
more
right.
because of the. I have one more because of the.
You can.
Yeah. Okay.
As you
so...
move into attack, like Tim like goes into your sword, and like these weird arcane artificer symbols go on it for just a moment, and it boosts its damage even more.
That's 8 regular damage and 12, 16 radiant damage.
Ooh, you rolled kind of low then.
I did.
How about Saxon?
Just 9 from me.
Let's see. Quick math in my head. All right, that vampire is definitely not doing so well. It only moved. It would have only moved 5 feet away from you, by the way. Didn't even get to do that.
With
Yeah.
her shroud and the reduced movement, are they actually able to get out of the door this turn?
The ones that didn't have anyone on them, you dashed. The only one that was within melee was the one you guys just attacked.
Okay.
And it's not doing so hot. So... let's see. How far away are they to windows on the map here? Yeah, you know what? One of them was going to jump out of a window. Just, one of the windows that was still up. No more. As they try to get the F away from the sunlight. After them, it is your turn, Saxton.
There's the one that we just stopped there, and the stun one left, right?
Yes. The rest of them
If
have
I move
gotten
to get
out of the
this-
building.
If I move past him to the stun one, would he get the opportunity?
Can't really do anything else with his reaction. He would be able to, but I'm going to say he's not going to, because he's just trying to get away. He's not trying to attack you at this point.
All right. How many of them are outside?
5-ish? No, less than that.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
less than that.
Just the one, isn't it?
The only 2 that are inside right now is the paralyzed one and the one you just sentineled.
Oh, that's what I missed. Sorry.
Then I will go attack the stunned one.
Okay. You run up to it and you have advantage. It's crying, and its face is completely seared off.
Oh.
Oh,
Why is it crying?
Because it's getting sunlight to the face and it's a vampire and it can't even cover up its face.
Probably
So-
because its face is seared off.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
25 hits. And because you're within 5 feet, that counts as a critical. We're not doing the critical chart for this, but you do still get to roll double the damage dice. For every one of these
Wait.
attacks.
Wouldn't that have counted for my thunderclap? I jumped right into the middle of every single one of them.
Let me look. Because if that's the case, it would have negated its pass on your check, essentially. It was not an attack roll.
Ah, copy that.
Does that count as a spell attack?
It does.
Okay, yeah, it hits the creature as if it was a critical hit, if you're within 5 feet of it.
No, but it was a save, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Spell attack with a save,
Yeah.
with a saving throw. My bad.
Okay, so anyway,
I
Saxton,
apologize.
what did you get on your first strike?
First one does 21 total.
All right, it is still up.
All right. I keep rolling the same numbers. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
12. 18.
You punch it through the chest, and it turns to ash, and the ash explodes outwards away from the sunlight.
All right, I'm going outside towards that one that just jumped out the window.
Okay. You jump out that window, and you glide down to the yard right outside.
How far is it?
That one's maybe 10 feet away from you currently. But that definitely that would have been your full 50 movement. Right? Your movement's 50 now? Or is it more than that now?
5.
55?
Mm-hmm.
You can just barely get into melee with it.
So would I be able to get the melee or?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will get up and start swinging.
Because the reach is 5-foot reach. So.
That'd be a nat 20 on the first roll.
Oh, snap. All right, roll me D100 because this could change things.
Okay. $71.
With the 71, they have a disadvantage on their attack rolls to into your next turn. Writing it down for myself.
17.
In case it somehow survives. Okay, let me do math. All right. It is still up.
Strength save.
14.
Now, would he roll at disadvantage or?
This one would not.
Okay, so he passes that one, and the second attack would be 25.
25 does hit. I'll see your critical was a very sharp shoulder jab, and then you just like crushing your hand like this, and you just like their arm is just like not usable, which I will say is why they have
Oh
disadvantage.
wait, did I even roll for critical damage?
You were supposed to roll double the damage dice. You did say 17,
'Cause
so that sounded right.
Well, that was just for one. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, for some reason, I thought I was still got the bonus from inside, but yeah, well, that was 2 rolls, so that would be the crit. And 25 to hit for the last punch would be 8 damage. And give me another strength save for the fun of it.
13.
He's prone.
All right.
They're prone. And that is
I'll say
my
this
turn.
one's a he, and it is a Batra. All right.
I don't want to assume the Ash's gender.
After you, it is Willow's turn. So Willow, the only one left in the building, is the one that you and Saxton were fighting, the one that jumped on top of you and is now trying to run away. Is your spirit shroud still up, or it disappears after they attack, doesn't it?
No, it stays up for a minute.
Oh,
With
sweet.
concentration.
Sweet.
Yeah. cautious is no joke, dude.
Yeah, you're within a 5-foot move. Like if you get up and you move 5
Okay.
feet, you're within melee.
All right,
Everyone
I
saw
have a
Saxton
question.
jump out the window.
I have a question for maybe later. If with the sunlight coming off of the amulet of Ravenkind, does it move with the amulet or does it stay stagnant in the one place?
It moves with
Because
the
it does
amulet.
not say that. Oh shit!
If you recall, when Willow tried to use it, or when she did use it, I think Strahd got it thrown out the window or something while it was still on.
When
like-
Hemlock did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the light went with it.
I didn't remember. Okay. Well. Yeah, I'll try and get this guy. He's within 5 feet of me, so I use half my movement to get up because I was prone, right? And then I use 5 feet to go to him. Okay, that is a 12.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay.
As you swing, they quickly turn around. They use their claws to deflect. They hit the blunt end of the blade and deflect it.
Okay. A natural 20.
Hey, rolling that D100.
Hey.
Everybody roll crits.
A 68, really close, but I think I know what this is.
The target has disadvantage on saving throws until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
If it survives.
Yeah.
If it survives. Alright. How does this guy look? Does he look bad?
They all look like they should be dead.
Well, yeah, I would give it that
You
to them.
should have seen that coming.
I should have.
Mostly in the sense of they look like they're charred, burned victims that are still walking.
So it's double all damage, right? I think I might need.
It's double the dice damage, and then whatever modifiers you have on top of that, you add afterwards.
Yeah. So I have it is, I think, it's 2, okay. So I'm casting Divine Smite
your greatsword or your great axe?
I'm going to use my great axe.
Okay, so that's 2d12.
2d12, but
Plus
I'm going to cast
2d8 from your improved Divine Smite.
Yeah. Wait, I'm doing it at second level, so that's 4d8 because it's 2 of the first level plus 1 at the second level, and then plus 1 for the improved Divine Smite, so that's 4, so that's 8. And then I have the extra 1 from Tim Tam, so that's
10d8.
10d8, and then 2d12. I'm sorry, dude. Okay. So
The word you're looking for is dead.
Sorry, dead, dude.
You're rolling on like Warhammer dice here.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I gotta thank my nice boyfriend for getting me all of these d8s.
I told you you'd need them.
I know. All right.
Was that all of the d8s?
No, it's not all of the d8s.
I forgot how many I got you.
10 of them.
Making up for killing your character?
12.
Kind of, yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 14 d8s you got me. Not 14. 14. A lot. There's a lot more in here. There's a lot of them. Okay. I think at least 20. So
we're gonna need a bigger bowl.
When you're a 20th level paladin, you'll probably use them all.
We're not getting to 20th level.
I know, but I've played a 20th level paladin before, and I remember being like, I'm just using the online dice roller for this.
Yeah, I like the clicky clacks. That's okay. Oh, that's just 8 plus 8, so 16 regular damage.
Okay.
And then strap in for my welcome to ASMR.
It's my ASMR smite.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Why are we whispering? Sorry.
Because it's ASMR.
It's the greatest song is framed with silence. Sorry, I read a Daft Punk quote.
Good quote.
So it's not the most I've dealt with radiant damage, but it's still 46.
Okay, do you do anything? Do you do anything anime with this? Because it had 14 health. The normal damage killed it.
Oh.
Do you do anything anime with this? Or is there like action lines and you're just like, I will not let you flee, you spawn of the devil, or something? I don't know.
It's airily with the big snake. It's again.
Yeah.
I just stab him through the heart with my wait, I'm not using the sword. I chop his head.
You can still stab him through the heart. You did so much damage. I could say you stabbed.
Yeah. All right, I'll
Whatever.
stab him through the heart with my great axe. That's great. And
It's the boop of death.
Okay, so I still have 10 feet of movement. So I would like to move my 10 feet. Does that get me out the door?
Okay, so are you doing freaking Power Rangers finisher when they're in the Megazord?
Yes.
And then you're just like, and then they explode.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're not looking at the explosion, I assume.
No. So
on the end of
10
your
feet,
great
does that
axe
get me-
is the heart, and the heart just like chars up and turns to ash because it was such overkill.
Retroverse.
So
This was retroverse. You could use the feat. Don't look at explosions.
yay.
Finally, after 10,000 years.
Got up, Brita. Go back in your trash can.
What's a trash can?
So does 10 feet get me out the door?
10 feet gets you to the window,
10 feet gets me to the window.
which
Okay.
they were going to jump out of.
Well, wait. All of the vampires are they still in the house? Or are they are they outside?
They're outside. If you remember,
Do they? Does it look like
at
that scene from Ratatouille, where all the
Okay.
rats go in different directions?
yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
But if you recall from last session, they were like all at the door when initiative started,
Mm-hmm.
and only a few of them actually got to advance towards you guys. So that's
Okay.
why most of them went out the doors, and they were like stained glass windows near the front of the place, and one went through the window, and the one that was on you was like 30 feet in, and headed to the
Okay.
nearest window. It wasn't even going to the door.
So how far is the next vampire from me that Saxton is not on?
You cannot see them. They're technically behind total cover for you, but you know they're outside, and you're about 20 feet away from the door. Since you moved 10 feet.
I'm 20 feet away from the door.
Yes.
Okay. They're not. They're more than 10 feet away from the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I were to Misty Step and go 30 feet and go outside, would the 30 feet of sunlight reach any of them?
You don't know, but the doors are wide open, so you can definitely do that, and it would be a safe bet.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Misty Step myself 30 feet out the door and then have 30 feet of sunlight plus another 30 feet of dim light to see if I can hit any of them.
All right, Saxton, you're fighting that one, and you just like beat it to where it's prone, and suddenly, like the light outside from the beacon seems to like, and it's like even brighter, and Willow just appears outside, and Willow, two of the vampires
Andor needs
are in
aid.
your sunlight.
Yes.
Not the one Saxton's on, but Saxton's got that one.
Yes. Okay.
And
so there were seven,
one of them
we
goes,
killed two, and Saxton's on one. So.
and one of them goes, "Fuck!" as they start burning again. There are currently only 4 left, actually.
Okay.
Saxton wiped out 2 of them, and then you just got rid of another one. All right, that was a very eventful Willow turn. Nyhm, you were hiding in the rafters. There is nothing inside. Well, no vampires inside anyway.
Okay. So, I have to ask it, how close to the doors?
I'll say you figured out at this point, because you do your scouting and stuff, that you go through the rafters and you find like a spot where you can like push a brick out and you can look outside.
But could I move outside?
That
That was
not from
the
up
entire
there.
point of asking. Right. So if I jump down to the ground and make my move, how far to the door and how far to the nearest vampire?
I'll say it's 10 feet down to the floor. And then you were right above them, right?
Yes.
Then 10 feet, you're out the door.
Okay.
But
So
you don't
that's
know
20
you
feet.
don't know where the vampires are at exactly. You just know they all ran out.
Okay. So 20 feet is half of my movement out the door.
Okay.
So,
So
then can I see any of them?
When you get to that 20-foot movement, you see Willow just at the bottom of the stairway at the front porch. Two of the vampires are in the sunlight that she's in, because you can see them starting to cook again. There's one way off to the left, or not way off, but it's just far enough that it's not in range of the sunlight. And there's the one on the far right, Saxton has, and it is prone.
Okay. Then I do have to ask, is the critical within 5 feet part of the sunlight spell or part of the beacon spell?
Beacon smell?
The beacon from putting the skull back into the...
The ones that aren't near Willow don't seem to be affected by the beacon's light.
Okay.
In the same way, anyway.
Okay. So in that case, I'll just go... I have an idea. I'll go to the closest one that is within the light of Willow's light. I come up from behind, and I'm going to pull a Nyhm nullifier. Thank you again for that wonderful name, US. Rapier to the back.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, that should give me sneak attack, correct? Because they're unaware of me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Wonderful. So it's critical. It's double all damage dice, yes?
Yeah. And then you add your dexterity modifier on top of that.
Okay. So I'm going to need to use a dice roller real quick.
Wait, no.
Because
this isn't a critical, though. Is it?
You said it was within 5 feet. That's why I was asking the question. Critical within 5 feet.
Oh, no. That was for that one that was paralyzed. That one died a long time ago.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Never mind then. I shall put that back down. Kill all my dreams, why don't you, Scotty? It's still a D8 and 66. So let's see what we get.
I mean, if Willow uses another charge, you might get another chance.
$32 piercing damage.
Ooh, easy math for me. All right. Willow, you see...
Oh, it
Yeah.
is a silvered rapier.
Yes, it is.
I don't know. Okay, wasn't sure if that mattered.
In here, everything matters. You see the silver blade stick out of the one to you. Which one did you go for, Nyhm? The left one or the right one?
Closest one to me from...
Both of them were 20 feet away, that were in the sunlight.
Let's go for the left one then.
Okay, so to your left, Willow, just shink.
No, her right, my left. If she's
Nym's
facing
left.
them.
Anyway, you see Nyhm stab one pretty good.
Now,
I'm confusing myself.
how far was that movement from the door?
That was definitely your full 40 movement.
That was another 20 out the door?
Mm-hmm. Because after you moved 20,
Okay.
that one was 20 feet away.
Oh, okay. Yikes. Okay. Can I use my bonus action to hide in its shadow,
No.
considering it's facing full-on sunlight?
No.
Try to run up its pants leg.
You can disengage though.
Well, that's the thing. With my feet mobility, I don't have to disengage. I hit him,
All right.
and I don't have to worry about that. So I guess I can just use my bonus action to dodge.
Okay. Can you use your bonus action to dodge? Yeah, you can.
Yes, I'm a rogue.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if that was one of the things rogues could do with it. Because that one, because rogues usually never dodge, surprisingly.
Well, normally I have more movement to get back into a shadow or behind cover.
All right. Well, it's Sir Godfrey's turn after yours, if that's everything.
Movement bonus. Yeah, that's everything.
Okay. He's gonna move outside, unsheathing the +2 greatsword. And I guess he's gonna dash, and he's gonna move towards the one that you didn't go after. That's in sunlight. But he cannot attack it because he was too far away. So he's just within melee range. And that's all he really gets to do on his turn. Cazador, you are on the opposite side of the foyer, and everyone's gone outside, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 80 feet away.
I mean, I can move towards the door. Can I see something outside? Because I'm pretty sure I can reach it.
What's your movement?
35.
Okay, let's see. I'll say you can just barely see the one Nyhm is stabbing at your angle. And have 3/4 cover, but I know that doesn't matter for you. It's just kind of It's kind of weird at that angle, but you can see it.
I'll just shoot a curved arrow.
All right, that one's less than 100 feet away, I think. It's within your first range bracket. Not that it
Yeah, I can
matters.
shoot at 600. Yeah. So first attack. Okay, it's a 19.
19 hits.
19 hits. 19, yeah.
Everyone outside hears a bolt of fire just hits the one that was
18 fire damage. Yeah.
Ooh. It hits that one, and it buckles, but it's still standing.
Okay, second attack. It's 23.
23 hits.
No, wait. No. Sorry. 17, because I forgot to...
Oh, 17 hits.
It still hits, okay.
Mhm.
That's 22 fire damage.
All right. That fire hits its head, and its head explodes into ash, and then the rest of it explodes into ash. All over Nyhm.
I was dodging anyway, so I don't think it would hit me.
Yeah, you have evasion,
Dodging.
so you somehow evade it. At point blank.
There's a Nyhm outline on the ground. Where the oh wait, no, other way around. Never mind.
Anything else on Cazador's turn?
No, that's my turn.
Okay. The one that's it goes back to the vampires. And that one vampire that Sir Godfrey's next to is still within the sunlight, so it takes 20 radiant damage. It then, because that's immediately at the beginning of its turn, it can't prevent that. It immediately continues retreating, trying to run away back towards the woods. Sir Godfrey will take an attack of opportunity and swing his sword.
Does he have Sentinel?
He does not. He's an NPC. He only gets 14. He just misses. So that vampire moves 60 feet away. After that one, the one that is prone Sorry, I'm marking this for myself because it's a lot of guys. Will use half its movement to get up. It knows it can't run away from Saxton. So it's going to go down fighting. And it will attempt to grapple Saxton, but it has disadvantage.
Does have, yeah, okay.
I've been marking it. Oh, that's right. It was not into sunlight, so it actually healed a little bit. Not that it will matter. You're going to end it on this, but
Does Saxton have the single reaction ability to take a hit?
not on its turn.
As a reactionary ability for Sentinel?
If it attacked anyone other than him, he could reactionarily attack.
Oh, I thought it was okay. I will.
That's the allies.
Which is why it works when you have two sentinels right next to them, because then it's a lose-lose situation. You attack one sentinel and the other sentinel attacks you. It got the same roll on both dice, so it definitely misses with its claw attack. Can it even do anything else? Oh yeah, it can attempt another claw attack, so. Disadvantage. Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Okay. So that one's going to try to go down swinging. The one all the way to the left. Dashes, since no one's on it, and it runs away. 60 feet. 60 feet. Then it is Saxton's turn.
Yeah. Let's get to tenderizing here. 30-20.
That hits.
9 damage.
All right.
18.
Yep.
11 damage.
All right. Still up.
We go Fury Blows. 19.
That hits.
11 damage.
Still up.
Need a strength save.
Nat 1.
Knocked back down.
Mm-hmm.
And last Fury Blows. Say 24.
Remember, you have advantage.
Oh. Yeah. Still higher. He
And
takes
that would hit, yeah.
12 damage.
All right. Your last attack, I'll say... Actually, how would you finish it off? It's prone.
How far is the light away?
It was just out of the range of it.
I was going to do a dex save and push it 15 feet, so I was going to, I guess, kick it towards the light and, burst into ash.
Okay. It is dead before it even gets to the sunlight, but as the corpse hits the sunlight, it just ashes away.
All right. How close is the next one?
You Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, where you kick it and it just disintegrates. The next one.
Or Cell Jr.
That's Cell Jr.
Not
deserved
included.
it. The next closest one moved 60 feet away from Godfrey because it dashed. And from you, that is 50 feet away.
I'll move within 10 feet of him because I can't attack or take a defense, but be within range to pursue.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Willow, it is your turn. No vampires are within range of the sunlight. The closest one to you is the one that Saxton's chasing that's 70 feet away from you.
Is that the last one? You said there were 4 left and we
Yeah,
killed 3
there's
of them.
2. Now there's only 2. The one furthest from your angle, the one furthest to your right is getting pretty far away, pretty much gone. And the one furthest to your left, that Godfrey was going to swing at and missed, and now Saxton's chasing, is 70 feet away that way. The one to your right is about 100 feet away. They're booking it.
Well, only need one to tell the story.
You throw your greatsword like a javelin.
Yeah. So the light is within 30 feet. So if I were to use my action and my movement, I could move 60 feet,
Mhm.
and then that one would be within the sunlight again.
Yes.
Um.
And that one is more injured
Okay. So.
than the other one.
Yeah. Then. Hang on, let me see if I have anything that could like help Saxton. Besides,
You can always move and toss the thing at me.
I can't because it's attuned to me, and it won't. It will only work for like a cleric or a paladin. So
Well, I don't have to cast anything because the light stays on regardless.
would that work?
You don't know.
In the light.
Actually, we should know because Strahd threw it out the window and the light followed it back then.
Well, Willow wouldn't know.
Oh, Willow wouldn't know. My bad. I'm just gonna shut up now.
Yeah. Okay. I without losing concentration on my spirit shroud, I will move 60 feet with my movement and my action and get the guy
okay,
that
real quick before you do that, I just was double checking the item because you're attuned to it. You know everything about the item.
Okay.
As long as it's not a cursed one, which it's not. You know. Oh, something made a noise. Anyway, you know that it will do the daylight thing, the sunlight, for 10 minutes or until you end the effect yourself, which is no action required. There's no limit on how far away it can be from you.
Okay.
So if you ran up and you just yeeted it at them or something, it would still be on.
Okay, but would it be an action to toss it to Saxton, and also could I like potentially do a relay race where I run to Saxton and pass him the baton kind of thing, and would that take an action?
It would take an action to throw it to him.
So it would take an action to give it to him?
Yeah.
Period. Okay. So
because it's an action to give a healing potion to someone else, like have them drink it. I would say that's the same level of action.
Then
Welcome to the Curse of Strahd track and field team.
Then I can't run up and also throw it to you.
I mean, if you even get within, you'd still be within 10 feet of him if you did the 60, so he'd still take damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna run the 60 feet, and then like maybe as an action, Saxton can take it from me or something. I don't know. That's what I do. I go 60 feet.
Okay.
To get him in the light.
Then after you, it is Nym's turn. Nyhm, the only two that are left are really far away at this point.
Yeah, but I did have an idea for my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go up and inspect our new horse-drawn cart. Wonderfully left by the vampires that arrived in it.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Yay.
It's a bomb.
Don't give him ideas at this point, Lluis.
No, I mean, I assume it already said
So I hate that a nat 20 is wasted on this. A 28 perception check.
It appears to be. It appears to have some weird magical devices inside. There's magic runes etched onto them. They're kind of sloppily done, but they do look familiar. Because you got a nat 20 on it, they look like Tim Tam's kind of handwriting.
Oh, no. Well,
And then that's when I need a dex save.
Of course. It is a bomb.
I'm sorry.
The Spirit Shroud could talk.
22.
Okay, with evasion you take no damage, but the rest of you are pretty much halted from your pursuit as the wagon explodes. And Nyhm just action hero jumps away from it.
Lluis,
Yes,
told you not to give him ideas.
it wasn't me, it was Tim Tam.
What's
I
the
already had
blast
this-
radius?
I already had this planned.
Hmm.
What's the blast radius?
Not close enough to you guys, that's for sure.
Okay.
You guys are in a really big area at this point. You guys are very spread out.
Well, you did say all your guys' movements halted.
Well, yeah, think
the
about it. You're going to
bomb
chase a
goes
guy
off.
and suddenly an explosion just goes off near you.
Cool guys never look at explosions, though. Or cool wolves.
Yet no, that was a stretch. You can fail.
Anyway, that would definitely be all of Nym's turn, unless you want to do a bonus action something, rather.
I mean, I could probably curse.
Okay. You curse, and the
Cursing
dark
is a
powers
free
are like, yeah, cursing. We like curses. Then it is Sir Godfrey's turn. And he stops and he sheaths the greatsword. And he starts heading back to Argynvostholt. Cazador.
Go to the door then.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
You
see
get there
them
just
both?
in time for the explosion. Right on the other
Oh.
side of the silver dragon statue, 50 feet away from the entryway.
If I can interject real quick,
Mm-hmm.
what happened to the horses drawing the cart?
They're dead.
Shouldn't have asked.
Beats back on the menu, boys.
Mav, mute yourself.
So one of them is like being harassed by Saxton and Willow right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will shoot at the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What movie am I thinking of? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Is it at the very end where he like shoots
Yeah.
the guy from super far away? Yeah.
I miss Koi though. I could have like dropped that guy or do some crazy stuff. Okay, so first shot. I'll still sharpshoot because why not?
Oh, sorry for the
It,
spoilers. That was vague enough. It doesn't really matter too much.
I've never even heard of that movie. I don't.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
think
16.
16 hits.
$21
One,
fire
two,
damage.
1 fire damage. All right.
Next shot. 15.
15 hits.
Ooh, max damage. 24 fire damage.
Oh, jeez. Okay, this is a weird enough number. I'm gonna pull out the calculator. Okay, it is still up.
See you next turn.
All right. That one heals a bit. The other one takes that radiant damage from being in the sunlight. Continues running away. See how far it has to go to even get to any kind of cover. Actually, wait. I got the map right here. Maybe? Okay, here's the map. One of the squares is 10 feet, so that's that map. Yeah, it's got no cover. It's just this big clearing on its way towards the trees. So it moves another 60. And this one that's in the daylight moves out of the daylight. Or at least it attempts to. There's a werewolf on its rear end.
Sentinel.
Yep.
No, I'm not within range of it though.
You're not?
No, remember I said I didn't have any attacks, so I stopped 10 feet away from it.
Right. Okay. So it moves 60. Then it
Stay
is Saxton's
muted.
turn.
All right. So how far is it away from me now?
70, since you said you were 10 feet away from it before.
Then I'm going to use Step of the Wind to I can move 110 feet.
Okay.
So I'm up right on top of it,
Okay.
and I slash out at it. 18 on the first attack.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 12 damage.
How do you kill it? It had 4 hit points
probably,
left.
Oh, probably slash it in half, vivisect it.
Okay. And like all the other ones, this one turns to ash.
All right, so how far is the last one?
A few hundred feet away, because they were going in different directions.
All right, so I had 110 feet and I moved 70 to get there. Okay, so that's 40 feet. I moved towards them.
Okay.
And then my normal 55 additional, so I moved 95 towards them.
Okay. Then after
Making
you,
a V line for him.
Then after you, it's Willow's turn, and I don't think there's really much Willow can do. Last one's a few hundred feet away.
I give Tim a high five, and I
Looks at his 3-finger talon and just gives you a high 3.
Yeah. If I could give you a pat on the head, I would. But
Where's Hemlock?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I just know of Tim Tam, so I'm not saying anything about Hemlock. I walk back to the Argon Vault.
Okay.
And I get there. I use all my movement, so 60 feet.
Okay. You just get to the stairs leading up to the main doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Nyhm. It is your turn.
Probably gonna brush myself off and head back to the rafters inside the building because that was just upsetting.
Okay, that's fair. Then we will skip ahead to Cazador, because Godfrey also disengaged from combat.
I'll move 30 feet and shoot, I guess, like as I walk downstairs in slow motion.
It's like the Pirates of the Caribbean movie where the whole ship is getting fucked up and he's just like casually walking down the stairs. It's like that kind of slow-mo.
Yeah. The first one is 17 to hit.
Yep. Oh,
That's
Willow,
a 9.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you keep the sunlight on?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it. I mean, it lasts for like 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna keep it until I know that they're gone.
Okay. Sorry, how much damage,
So,
Cazador?
19 fire damage.
Okay, I was just it popped into my brain. That
Oh.
vampire is definitely not looking so good, but it is still trying to run away.
Yeah, no, next attack is a 10. So I'm not hitting. Pretty sure.
Yeah, you actually miss. Wow. On its turn, it moves another 60. And it's Saxton's turn. Oh yeah, it heals as well.
Okay, so how far away is it? Because I'll eventually overtake this thing.
I'll say in 2 more turns, if you spend all of your actions in the Step of the Wind, you're on it. That's how far away it was.
Actually, hold on. Because if I use a dash as my action and Step of the Wind, that gives me 220 feet.
Okay, if you do all of that on this turn, your movement on the next turn, you'll be melee with it.
All right, then I'll do that then.
Okay. Then we go all the way back to Cazador, since there's only 3 people really doing stuff in initiative.
Almost 30 feet, and then I'll shoot.
Okay.
I know it eventually. 18 to hit.
Yep.
23 fire damage.
And with that last shot, it is completely engulfed in flames and falls to the ground, moving no more. Only 60 feet away from the tree line. Got pretty close.
Oh.
Close only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades.
And then 6 seconds later, Saxton's there.
Okay, can we sleep now?
Yes.
Before we
Please.
sleep, I strongly suggest helping boarding up the doors, trapping the windows, and then we can get some shut-eye.
As long as no one invites him back in again.
If you'd have told me they were dead sooner, that wouldn't have been a problem.
All right, so who all's taking rests?
Cazador. And I have to because I don't have any spell slots.
I would like to as well.
Well, we could all take rest, and since Sir Godfrey doesn't have to sleep.
Yeah, he will work on boarding up those windows, I guess, while you guys are getting the rest. You can hear the clatter of him setting up what's left of the church's benches and such on the broken window. The action is kind of moot because he doesn't really have any carpenter stuff, no nails and hammers, and 1/3 of the mansion is just wide open with no walls. So, but he decides to work on that anyway. But everyone else gets a long rest.
Yay!
Final.
Roll initiative. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Would not be surprised at this point.
Good night's rest.
No, there's such thing as too much combat. It just gets tedious at that point.
Are we heading to the castle after the long rest?
That was
How-
the plan, wasn't it?
I'm
How
gonna have Sir
long?
Godfrey roll an intelligence check to see how well he does in carpentry. Because he's not a carpenter, he's a paladin.
I mean, you're still hitting. Well, he's got a sword. The
He
whole
nailed his
hit-
hand to the wall.
Yeah.
Well,
How
swords
long
for
do we have till
hacking,
the
not for
castle?
hammering. And even then, most hammers would be overkill.
Say again, Lluis.
How far is the castle in time?
Let me switch back to the Barovia map.
Step in
No,
time. step in
wrong
time.
Barovia map. That's the
For
village.
any reason, never need a ram.
Okay, so as everyone else can follow here on the overlay, Way down in the center here, you see where that Luna River is, and there's that brown dot. That's Arkenvostel, where they're currently at. They'll take the dirt trail up from there, if they decide to take the road.
And also have Nyhm.
Yeah.
We're off to see the wizard.
No.
I gotta
Oh,
do
well.
some quick math real quick, because it's a hexagonal map. This might take a little
Fine.
bit.
We're off to meet the wizard.
Hoping to meet the wizard. Now shut up so he can concentrate.
I would say it's about 3 hours with Nyhm. It's quite a journey.
Okay. Okay, so
I
Quite a
gave up
journey,
like
but
halfway. I'm
still
like, fuck it.
we would still like make it the same day. Okay.
Yeah.
That way, when I wake up, I will spend an hour and use the super ugly bowl with the gems I made last session to cast Hero's Feast
Ooh.
for everyone, including Sir Godfrey.
That's nice of you. He can't eat, but that's nice of you.
I mean,
Seconds.
he can partake on the feast though.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Actually, in 5th edition's wording is they don't need to eat, sleep, and breathe. As in,
Yeah.
doesn't mean that they can't.
So
So
tell
he-
us, Lluis, what does this do?
So yeah, I will tell you. So everyone who partakes in the feast gains several benefits. So we are all cured of all diseases and poisons, become immune to poison and being frightened, and make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Also, our maximum hit points, it's not temporary hit points, it's our maximum hit points increases by 2d10, and we gain that immediately, and all this lasts for 24 hours.
Sweet.
Whoa.
And in fine print, it says Hero Feast does not help when your head gets cut off with a Vorpal sword.
Ooh, too soon. Right.
Also,
At
just
this
real quick-
point, we're gonna take like a 5-minute break because I gotta go to the.
Okay.
Hey everybody, you
Why?
can only see the top of his head, but my big cat is glued to my chest now. Like seriously, he's got his like claws in my shirt. So
We are one.
Curse
That's-
of Garfield.
that's how he is. But anyway, so we're back.
A dinosaur story. I'm gonna mute now.
Oh no.
Inspiration.
I've never
point.
seen that one either.
I haven't seen it either.
It is so good, but let's not go there now, please.
You still get that inspiration point regardless.
Yay!
If you don't already have one.
I
So-
did, but yay!
We will fast forward because I rolled off camera, random encounter chances, and surprisingly, for the 3-hour travel all the way to the castle, you all encounter nothing. Now, that could be intentional, or it could be unintentional. So, group travels on the mud trail up to the Old Slavic Road, and then they take the Old Slavic Road through Valaki, and as they get through Valaki, they continue traveling through, and they take the windy way back up the mountain, up towards the castle. And the first thing you all see is the drawbridge, which is down.
So we should be able to locate that hidey hole in the side of the cliff, correct? That's where we were headed in the first place.
Yes. You do not see one at this current angle, but you think it's around the back of it. Above
And that's
the,
where I want to
above
hit the party.
the part of it that's above the village. AKA the eastern side of the cliff side, and you guys, like the drawbridge is on the western side.
If
I'm
nobody's
looking for it.
yeah,
Sorry.
that. No, you're fine. Basically that. I was gonna keep eyes out, start moving that direction. There's no point in going into an open gate when we're already planning on sneaking in.
Does the gate have a sign that says "Totally not a trap"?
I mean, it's Strahd's castle, so it probably is insinuated.
Or covered in 10 Thames ruins?
Ooh.
I have a question. Did
Mhm.
it pass dawn?
No, it did not. It was morning. It was late morning when you guys were attacked, so it's actually around early afternoon. But regardless, when you get the closer you get to the castle, the darker it gets. And by the time you get here, it's raining, and there's a lightning storm above the castle. It seems to never go away.
Shit. Okay.
So
By the time you guys get to the drawbridge, you're covered in mud from the trekking through the dirt trails and whatnot.
not me. I'm immune to difficult terrain.
Except for Nyhm. And maybe Cazador.
So-
I don't know if Cazador's immune.
I don't remember.
I know some kind of druids are, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna start looking around heading the east along the cliffs, looking.
all right. So
and I'm helping.
you're gonna. Okay. So I don't have a map for this. So we're gonna switch back to the world map.
Yeah.
Nice to you folk. I don't know what I'm clicking, but it's not it. There we go. Enhance. Okay.
Enhance.
So we'll just have to do best with that for now. Give me an athletics check. Actually, no, you don't need one. You have an innate climb speed, don't you?
Mhm.
Okay. You start climbing around the cliffside. It is difficult just because it's raining. As you climb, what's your climb speed, by the way?
55 feet.
Okay, so you're moving at like 30 because of the rain.
No. Well, because I can run up walls and across surfaces.
You can. Do you have an innate climb speed, or is it the step of the wind stuff?
It's not the step of the wind. It's my. Well, it is.
Because that kind of stuff,
It's the
you have
Druid.
to end your turn not on on the vertical plane. If you're doing a wall climb.
Go to every. Stop on every ledge. It's the unarmed mover improvement. You can move along vertical surface and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move.
During the move, yes. But if you end your move and you're on a vertical surface, you know what, just give me an athletics check. Because this is very treacherous climbing. You would have advantage because of your Strig talons, but the disadvantage from the wet surface negates it, so just a straight roll.
21.
Okay. As you climb around the side, you do eventually find, after a few hundred feet, you literally like climb around the side. Something. Now I need to read to you the something.
Tell me the something. Something dark side.
How can I mute somebody else?
Give me your passive perception is good enough. I'll say after quite a while, you do find something. But while you're doing that, what's everyone else doing?
So I'd like to have a little throwback moment. Remember that extremely long rope that got cut that we ended up picking back up?
Yep.
I'm going to bring that out of my pack and get that ready for traversing this gap in the mountain. May have to tie off one side and probably tie the other end to a dagger so that Saxton can just take it and glide over.
How long is the rope?
I believe it was cut down to a total of 50 feet. It was 3 sets of rope that then got cut because we were trying to climb down the side of the castle.
Guys.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. It was 150 feet total, and then it got at least 2/3 of it remaining. So 100 feet, 2
Okay.
ropes.
Guys, I can turn into a giant eagle,
But Willow can't.
but I can carry Will.
Go Lord of the Rings logic.
It reminds me, I gotta find that Strig that cut that rope.
Or I can turn into a giant spider.
Mav, didn't you kill that one?
No, that was a Strig that you like jumped over the wall when you were at the top of the tower. I came out, went down the road, teased it to cut the rope, and then I flew away with the rope.
Yeah, they slashed the rope while you were on it. I recall.
That's right. Okay, my bad. Anyways, we have the rope if it's needed, but I guess it's not.
Oh,
I'll let one of you 3 roll me a d20. But I'll let you guys choose.
Which 3?
Yep, exactly. Which one of you?
But there's 4 of
Yes.
us here.
Well, Saxton's not with your group right now. He's...
Oh. Either of you want to roll? Okay, I'll roll it. I hate indecision times.
oh, no.
Got a 12.
Okay. All right, so you're all sitting there for a good hour, and Saxton hasn't been back yet. And then that's when, Saxton, you find this thing. So Saxton, it takes you a while. You actually passed it twice because you moved back and you're like, wait, it should be on this side. You can just see a very, very dirty stained glass window. It's nearly completely covered in dirt, which is why it's so hard to see, and dust, probably from the interior. But you do see the tiniest of windows. And 110 feet above that, you can see what looks like the castle's outlook.
From where I found this position, where are the others?
About 1,200 to 1,400 feet away.
How bright / dark is it?
It's nighttime. And it's kind of hard to see because it's constantly raining, heavy rain.
Jason!
Can I try to use the sword that I have that illuminates bright light and signal them?
You're pretty sure they can't see you from this angle because you're on the opposite side of the castle. So think of this weird clear boat as the castle, right? Drawbridge would be on this side. And there's like a big cliff side that goes down here. You're like over here. They're over here. So there's no way they could visibly see you or hear you.
All right, is there like this window, is it on a ledge or anything?
It is not. But it looks easily smashable.
All right. Can I place a sword to illuminate where it's at and then go get their attention?
Yeah, do you have anything that will keep the sword there?
You just stick it in the ground.
Yeah, can I just like spike it into the wall?
Yeah, just give me just an attack roll. I just want to see how well you spike it.
23.
Okay. Tink, half the blades in. Pretty good.
Sword's like, ow!
And you head back. So then another hour passes. Actually, no, half hour, because you aren't really searching anymore. So
Is
you
it
all were
dawn yet?
sitting you all were sitting in this perpetual storm that is just heavy rainfall for an hour and a half.
Wait, how far down to the ground is it?
900 feet. You can see the village below.
Okay. I was going to glide over there, but
I would say gliding would be quicker. Because even though you do descend, you would still be moving horizontally fast enough that the vertical climb after that wouldn't be too bad. But anyway, so after an hour and a half, you're back.
I found the way to get in. It's a old dirty one on the side of the mountain. Follow me.
Bada bing, bada boom. We're there.
You notice as Saxton tells you to follow, he climbs on with his hybrid werewolf claws and Strig talons onto this treacherous wet rock cliffside.
So,
Fly, you fools.
what would it be easier, counting with the weather conditions, to be a giant spider and carry Willow and maybe, well, Nym's small and probably like doesn't weigh a lot, so, or a giant eagle.
Considering we're trying to get to the window, your best bet's probably the spider.
Regardless
way you
of
don't
which
have
one
to-
you pick, you'd only be able to carry one person.
Okay.
Nyhm, hop on my back.
No, I can jump perfectly myself. Thank you very much.
You notice that even with your jumping capabilities, there's nowhere where you can get a for sure grip with your feet to continue the hops. It would be climbing, for sure, not hopping.
Okay, so if I have a dagger in each hand and try to use those to climb the wall, and using acrobatics, I would hope.
You would have to use athletics. Climbing's athletics.
Would I be? Okay, I guess I would be riding on Saxton's shoulders then.
Or I could.
No, if you're being carried by Cazador, he already said he can't carry two people.
Well, you could be carried by Cazador, and I have +9 in athletics, and I could climb.
Do we really want to risk that at this point? It's
Oh,
just easier math to do 2 and 2.
Okay.
yeah. Also, you're wearing like heavy armor. Probably spider is faster.
Yeah.
Ching,
Surprisingly,
ching,
heavy
ching,
armor
ching,
does
ching.
not give disadvantage to climbing.
Right.
Stealthily climbing. Ching, ching, ching.
Oh, you don't need to worry about stealth here. The rain and lightning and thunder is so loud. There's no real stealthing.
Oh, so you're going to be carrying a giant lightning rod on your back.
Old spider follow Saxon. Spider stack. Spider stack.
I honestly thought you said a different word at the end there, and I'm very concerned.
So does it make him a double 8-pointer?
What
The
word?
spider does not need to roll athletics check because it's a spider climb. However, Saxton will still need to roll. The DC is just a little bit higher because you're carrying somebody with you.
22.
How much?
22.
Okay, I only heard 2, and I'm like, that can't be right. You have a +4 when I looked at your character sheet. All right. So after what seems like a very long time of climbing across this treacherous cliffside, you eventually can just barely like you have to get within 30 feet to even see the glow of the sword. But thankfully you put it there because it made finding the way back much easier. I'll say this is like a little under an hour of treacherous climbing. strong
time would
winds
that put us
blowing.
at?
You
This is
can-
important. I'm sorry I keep asking, but it's important.
What time is it?
Don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna get
It's
around
around
to
4
dawn.
p.m.
Damn
No, wait,
it!
5
Okay.
p.m. Sorry, 5 p.m.
All right. Cool. That's fine. So even with like an 8-hour rest and the 3-hour journey, it's still only 5 p.m.
Oh,
And
wait,
3
yeah, you guys
hours for
did take a long
scaling.
rest. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's around midnight. That changes things big time.
Only got 6 more hours, guys.
Yeah, but there's no way we're gonna be stupid enough to wait 6 hours inside of Strahd's castle for
I
any
know.
reason, right?
Well, I guess it
Looks
depends
at
on
camera.
how long it takes us to get the.
Dun,
It
dun,
depends
The
how long
Office
it
style.
takes to get the thing.
So when we get to the window, does it look like it's able to be open, or do we need to smash?
It looks easily smashable.
Wait, before we smash it, I would like to try and lockpick or finesse the window open.
Yeah, that's why I
Uh,
asked if it was openable or.
Let's see. It appears that there's no real openings on this side. It looks like it was
Can
built
I,
into
like-
the cliffside. Stained glass.
Can I cover it in web so when you smash it, it gets stuck in the web and it doesn't make like as much noise?
Since you're actually really close to it, Nyhm, roll me a perception check at disadvantage, just because the rain and it being dark.
That's 22. That's 28. So 22.
There is absolutely no light inside from the little bit that is not covered in dust that you can see in there. But this window is a stained glass window, and you see a beautiful mosaic of a batra with their wings up like this, almost in like a pirouette or whatever ballet kind of move.
With that perception check, are there any latches or hinges or something that would be able to open the window on the inside?
Not that you can see. It's definitely looks like it was built into the cliffside.
Ah, could have
I'm
used
going to do a
wood.
Call of Duty move here and wait for a thunder strike to smash.
I would have said Shawshank Redemption, but
But
Or Sniper Elite.
inside, it's just a void of black. You can't see anything inside.
okay. I do want to jump back just a quick second with what Lluis said. Webbing up the window so that when we do smash it, it's all at least stuck. So preferably quieter.
Okay, you
Actually,
want to
I'll
do
try
that?
something. Since I've got werewolf claws, can I like glass cut a hole into it?
Yeah, and I'll stick it and grab it with the web.
I would be the only person capable of climbing through that.
And if there's a latch, you can open it.
No, if there was
okay,
a latch, I'd
so-
have been able to use Mage Hand.
No,
How are you
I like
gonna
this
allow
idea. I like the idea of the shh. I'm looking it up real quick.
How are you going to allow us to cartoon our way into Strahd's castle?
Your claws are technically magical too, which is really funny.
And I am tiny. I'd be able to fit through that hole.
Okay, so real quick, Saxton, this can be really weird, but roll to hit and roll damage.
That's
Because the hit isn't really to hit, but it's to get through the object's hardness.
22 to hit.
Okay, and then how much damage with your unarmed strike?
11.
Okay, so, I'll say Cazador, like just goes and puts web there, and then you take your claw and you go easily, and the web keeps it like as an adhesive, so it doesn't like fall in and shatter. And Nyhm, carefully with their roguish expertise, grabs onto the adhesive webbing and pulls it out, and you got a clear-cut hole Now, what do you do with this piece of the mosaic? Just
Hey.
yeet it off the cliff?
No, there's people down there.
There's not. Not
Yeah,
this
there's a-
close to the castle. The
Isn't
village
there a town down there?
It's 900 feet on a cliff. It's going to shatter before it hits anyone.
okay, the village is what?
You can't even see the village at this
Yeah.
point.
We went through the village to get here. I mean, it may hit a stray deer, but whoops.
Not you.
Inspiration point for Cazador. Well, you dispose of it if some way or another that doesn't harm the people down below.
It's also
I-
super sticky right now, so it's probably like
I-
the stick in the tree. that
I got a
falls.
backpack. Can I just put it in my backpack? So I think it's pretty. I don't know. I just want to put it in my bag.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Nyhm, shimmy inside.
Gross.
Will attempt my best to stealth shimmy inside.
All right. I'll just go with your passive for now. I might have you roll later, but for now, we'll just go with passive.
Hey, 22 is still pretty good.
Yeah. I just had it up. There it is. You drop inside, and you don't have dark vision, do you?
I have these goggles.
You drop inside
Yes, I have.
for
That's
what
still helping.
appears to be a tomb, and it rests in hushed silence. Tall, stained glass window dominates the eastern wall that you've carved a hole into. The little bit of light coming in from the lightning outside briefly shows, even more predominantly past your dark vision, two coffins resting atop white marble slabs, one against the north wall and one against the south wall. The vaulted ceiling is 30 feet overhead and inlaid with beautiful gold mosaic. And there seems to be something laying on top of the slab to the south. Now I gotta find
Okay.
out if I have this map. Excuse me, folks, as I try to figure out where the heck they are on my maps. So you dropped in 10 feet into here, but with your jump movement, that's fine. No checks needed.
So, are you waiting for me or are you calculating something?
No, I'm scrolling up trying to find the map.
Oh, okay.
Because this castle is huge, and I'm trying to find which map has this room on it for the folks at home.
I thought you were mimicking Nyhm trying to be all stealthy and doing the whole cartoon head bob, sneaking on tiptoes.
Okay, this is map 12, not map 11. Okay, yes, you heard me right. There are 12 maps for the castle. Let's see, it is not there. Everyone else is getting spoilers for other parts. Here we go.
I can hear the clicking of your mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Strahd is anything, and it's excessive. So I understand.
Here we
he's a drama
go.
queen,
Here it
so
is.
expect-
Okay, so everyone at home, the middle window is the one that they cut open. So you're inside.
So, the first thing I want to do is to silently tell them to give me a moment for scouting. And I'm going past the coffins as stealthily as possible because I want to check what's past the end of the corridor and see if there's any sign of anybody else relatively close.
Okay. You see a figure standing over top of the northern sarcophagus, unmoving, facing you.
Great.
What do you do?
Well, like I just said, using
Lightning
my stealth, I want-
flashes, and you see it's a Batra. Old, regal, looks like a nobleman. Seems to be staring right at you. Looks a lot like Strahd.
So I'm going to say it again. I moved to the other end of the hallway as stealthily as I can. I want to detect any traps possible because I haven't done that enough as a rogue yet.
Roll perception check.
17, 8, 25.
You do not see any traps.
Okay.
Well, you do not perceive any traps.
Okay. I still want to at least take a look down the other end of the corridor or past the doors. You said there were doors at the other end, right? Or is it just one extremely long hallway?
There
I
are
don't see them.
stairs that go up a bit, and it's like a 20-foot wide hallway. And when you leave this room and you move up that first part of stairs, you see
I
two
didn't say I
stone
moved up.
statues because you were going to go look further ahead into the place. No
My
traps
entire
there. You just see a statue to your left and a statue to your right in alcoves.
Okay. So since I can't see this map, I was just making mention that I only wanted to move to the end of the room, but no traps, no harm, no foul.
I would
I
show
would
you
then
guys
move
the
back.
map, but it wouldn't be numbered, and it would be like, how can I tell you what room you're in? Because it's just so huge.
Yeah. Not to worry. I wanted to make sure I understood the dimensions of everything because I don't want to go too far any direction without backup.
So this room, imagine that it's squared. We'll say 30 by 30, but where the windows were at that you guys carved in, instead of having the corners on the end here, it's like at a diagonal. And the middle part is where you came in. And you moved 40 feet to that little stairway that moved up, and you can see the statues to the left and right 20 feet apart from each other in this 20-foot wide hallway.
Okay. I got you.
Another
in that
20
case-
feet, it goes up some more stairs, and you think you can see pillars. It's hard to tell.
Okay. I will move back to the window, tell them of what looks like a statue on the north side, and mimic something on the coffin to the south side, and just the same idea that we had before, web up the windows and smash it. And then I will move out of the way and take cover behind the southern coffin.
Man, now that she was in there,
As
would she
you-
be able to see
As you go into
ledges?
as you go to hide behind the southern coffin, you notice laying on top of it appears to be a sword handle.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that because it's probably bigger than I am.
It is very ornate, but it does not have a blade on it.
Doesn't have a blade on it. Can I pick it up?
Yeah, sure. And the rest of you come inside? I mean, the window's clearly
Yes.
cut open. You all can hop in. Or crawl in as a spider. You pick up the sword. And sword handle, anyway. I'm seeing if I can get a more specific descriptor for you. Yeah, it seems to have a leather-wrapped handle. The pommel looks like it has like a loop on the end. Oh, Zen Wolf, I'm not sure if I can make a pun on this.
Is it a ripcord?
It is not. And it has a beautiful guard on it, and it looks like it's a handle to a longsword. So right now it's very short. There you go, there's your forced pun, Zen Wolf. Not a very good one, but it's forced.
Well, if I'm holding it up, I'm going to ask them very quietly after they get in, is this the sword we're looking for?
Oh, the sword has a platinum hilt.
I kind of want to keep this now. That's expensive.
I'm gonna turn into myself, by the way.
And that is where we'll end it for the night.
So,
Hey, at least he didn't stop us in the middle of combat this time.
And
I
then
got
suddenly
all
Strahd
these
walks in.
dice out.
I mean, you used them, didn't you?
Yeah, but I got 2 more out just in case I got it.
Well, that was just being overzealous. Or would it be overzealot?
She's like, I want to throat punch him and use my max level smite on it.
I was like, with the sword, I was like, I've drawn this sword many times.
You should be
Oh,
able to.
Actually,
to
one
smite
quick
with a
thing
punch.
before we end for the night. This is no more rules for anybody else.
Here.
Hemlock.
No.
Wow.
You wake up and you can't see anything. It's cold and dark. You're laying on your back. Your arms are
Do I
crossed on
need
your
dice
chest.
for this? Do I need dice? Okay. I uncross my arms and I feel around me.
When you
because, like,
uncross your arms and you go to feel around you, you clearly figure out that you are inside a coffin. A stone coffin. At least that's what the texture feels like.
I'm sad. I'm gonna.
You feel like something's missing. Something very important.
I'm sure a few things are missing. Can
You
try to?
don't know how long you've been out. Last thing you remember was Strahd biting you.
How do I feel about Strahd?
You're not sure.
Do I feel anything about anything?
You're not sure.
I'm not used to not feeling anything.
The only thing you really feel is cold. And extremely
Hemlock.
lonely. This is the most alone you've ever felt. Because even when you were alone before, you at least felt like Lilia was with you. But even she doesn't seem to be with you in this darkness.
I feel my heart.
You feel nothing. Some time passes.
I feel the tears scream down my face. Can I?
You're not sure
can I
how
try
long
to...
time passes, but you just lay there, wallowing in your sorrow, in your loneliness. And then go ahead with whatever you're going to say.
Can I try to get out of here?
You try to open the lid, and it's very heavy. And the second you feel like you're able to move it, something in your mind compels you that you can't open it. You hear Strahd's voice in your mind say, "You will not leave until I say so." More time passes. Feels like an eternity in this silence, in this darkness, while the dogs freak out seeing a cat. Every once in a while, you do hear some muffled footsteps in the distance. Maybe some talking. You can't really hear it from here. You do anything when that happens?
Strahd, allow me to talk. Can I say something?
What are you trying to say?
I'm going to cry.
Is that what you say?
Yes. No. I say, hello? Hello?
There's
Is
no
anybody
response.
out there?
And after just a bit, the little bit that you heard of something else, of anything else, disappears from your ears. You sit alone in the darkness. And then that's when you hear glass shatter. Actually, no, you do not hear glass shatter. You hear the lightning outside. It's the first time you've heard it. Very quiet. But you're used to the silence. And it's broke it no matter how subtle it is. It sounds very far away, but it's something. And that's where we'll end it for the night. So yeah, hey, Lluis, what do you got going on?
I have a Patreon, but because I'm an artist, which I should have mentioned before saying I have a Patreon. I do art. And yeah, check me out if you like what you see. Like, I don't know, give me a follow. If you really like what you see, consider being my patron. And that's it.
Okay. Hey, Saxton, you got anything going on?
Just about to burn down the castle.
Good luck with that. Strahd made it fireproof.
I'm very committed to my craft,
I'm
which
sure.
is arson.
I'm sure you are. You've proven it. Willow. I'm sorry. This was a long time coming.
I know. That's why I never said anything about Hemlock, because you can find me on Twitter at Callie. If you want to hire me for writing commissions for D&D or TTRPG descriptions or something, I'm going to be opening writing commissions soon, because I really actually enjoy doing them and I want to do more. So if you have an idea for something, writing wise, I can work on it. And buy my pen. Please. I'm begging.
They're super cute. And she delivers them super fast. Like I got mine in 2 days.
I have a whole thing of like, you'll get a free sticker of my duck friend in the game where he turned into a devil, and yeah. I just got and he's cool. He's nice. Everyone would say otherwise, but I like him. That's it for me.
All right, and last but not least, Nyhm, do you got anything going on?
I had a good thought, but it was more of a joke than anything, and I don't think it's the right time for those. So I'm gonna say no. I pass.
Okay, that's probably wise after that ending scene there.
You could say a joke. I don't. It's fine. I'm fine. You know.
In this case, it's more. It's probably not even worth it. So
comedy is all about timing, so I understand. On that note, thank you all for watching. And we will see you all on the next episode next Wednesday. Till then, good evening.
Good night. Evening.